All right, Taurus or Taurus Crosswatcher, thank you guys for being here with me today. This is going to be your message. You can also reverse this if you need to, or it might even be someone connected to you somehow on the outside of you. They're going through this with another. This is basically Curious George. That's what I'm going to call it. Curious George. I see maybe there's even a connection here to Curious George itself or monkey. But now I think this is another person, but again, it could be reversed. This could be for anybody. I think someone here is really curious about you, and they've been curious about you, curious about, they want to ask you something. Like basically I wrote, well, a page and a whole 2 pages really down. So let's go over what I wrote. It's kind of like an interviewer. I feel like someone wants to ask you questions. Some of you, it could be because you're going on dates with people, you're getting to know people, and that's, you ask questions. You know, it could be someone from work. So keep an open mind here. This could be anyone. If this is you, you could be curious and wanting to ask someone some questions. I mean, it could be a police officer. You're not going to ask you some questions. Can you come down to the station? Like, you know what I mean? Just questions, but it feels more romantic. So let's keep it on that tone. Think more along those lines. Or just take notes in general about you. So whether someone actually is going to straightforward just ask you some questions, they might be asking questions about you or figuring out the answers to questions they have about you on their own. You know what I mean? Like let's say someone wants to know your birthday, so then they look up online your social media and they find out your birthday. See what I'm saying? So the questions they want to ask you personally, they may do the research themselves and get this information, right? Maybe they want to know, are you single? They find out you're single by doing a little digging and they find out. I was also hearing this song from, I believe, The King and I, where she's like, getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to help you like me. You know what I'm talking about. That's a really good movie. So they're highly motivated and interested in hearing your story, your side of things, or your take on something. It is like a burst of energy from this person. They really, really, really emphasis on really want to talk to you or just get information on you. In some ways, so meaning like some of you, not all of you here, but in some ways, some of you, they may be wanting to make sure you understand something and don't get them wrong. So you could have that going on, where someone just wants to talk to you because they want to make sure you know that they didn't mean something that might have come off like a certain way, or you know what I mean? They just want to make sure you didn't get them wrong about something. That's for others of you. Now, I think this is mutual. I think you feel the same way, and unless it's somebody doing something behind the scenes, you're not going to know somebody's want to know something about you if they're like stalking you online. You know, if they don't tell you and they're not talking to you, you're not going to know the questions they have. But if someone makes it known and they let their presence be known, like, hey, blah, 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 you might feel the same way about them. Like you're just as curious and getting to know things about them and asking them things as they are about you. So I think it's mutual here, or will be. If this is current, it's already mutual. If this hasn't happened yet, I think eventually it's going to be mutual, where someone's curious and interested in you. Again, what is it? It's either getting to know your story, like your background, how you were raised, are you married, divorced, you have kids, your side of things, kind of like your beliefs and stuff, or yeah, like your take on something. What's your take on it? In a minute, we're going to get into examples. I wrote down some examples on the back. So yes, you may want this person to explain some things to you, not like they have to, but it's almost like it's important for you to know certain things. You know, things like that. Like, let's say it's not love and someone's like, hey, asking you a very personal question, you may be like, show me your badge. Why do you want to ask me a question? First, you're going to have to show me some ID. Show me a badge. Why do you want to know this personal information about me? Or they're like, step out of your car. And it's like, step out of my car. I don't know. That's a stupid example, but it's like, what? I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Again, most of you, this is romantic, but if it's not, it's kind of like, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Like, you're not going to be asking me questions that I'm not going to ask you. So it could come off like that, but I'm trying to veer away from that because I don't feel that strongly, but it is trying to come through. So yeah, a question being asked or info being shared, or another answering the vice versa. Yeah, this is like answering, and it reminds me so much of the movie, and I just talked about this in, maybe it was like a Capricorns video. You guys, I think it was Capricorn. You should watch the Capricorn video I just posted in my last series. It was just a few videos back. I forget what I titled it. Actually, I can tell you right now what I titled it. If I remember, I'll put it down in the comments, because, you know, you guys could be watching this a year from now and you're like, what video? And you see what I'm saying? So sometimes I gotta remember that. All right, the video is called The Track. The Track, and I did reference it in Capricorn's video about the movie Before Sunrise. It's a lovely movie with Ethan Hawke in it and Julie Delpy. Beautiful acting. I mean, the on-screen chemistry was absolutely exquisite. Like, their love, I totally believed in it. I was like, that's amazing. Anyway, I ended up finding out on the video that they actually have like a trilogy. They have sequels. They have others. And I didn't even know that. But basically, in the movie, the first one I saw, Before Sunrise, they just walk around the town the whole night and ask each other lots of questions. It's kind of what I'm getting here. Lots of questions. It's like getting to know, literally getting to know a person, and they're getting to know you. Unless people are asking other people about somebody here, asking someone about it, so-and-so, asking about you through another person or through the internet, you know, asking the internet about you or something. So let's get into some examples. The questions or info exchange can be about something like, a few examples are beliefs or religion, like, what do you believe in? Here's what I believe in. Do you believe in this or that? It could even be about politics. It could be about politics. This person might want to talk about politics. Things that I could definitely see this person wanting to ask questions, or they're just curious about if you would be willing to talk about things that most people say, no, we would not talk about those things. Like, this person would love to talk about shit like that, you know? And also hear your side. It's not just about how they believe. They're very curious to know how you feel. I like that. You know, somebody who can talk but also listen. That's nice. Beliefs and views on marriage and love. Even your idea on sex. What is your take on sex? How do you feel about it? Sex on a first date, sex, period. How do you feel about it? Well, I feel like it's underwhelming. That's what I feel. Money. They want to know about your money, you know? Maybe not ask you straight up, like, how much money do you make? But they might want to know something to do with your money. Maybe probably what you do for work or things like that. Talk about theirs, something, you know? They will want to know your relationship status if they don't already. Past, present, future, whatever timeline you're on. If this hasn't happened yet, somebody's going to want to know your relationship status, clearly. Are you married? Are you single? Are you widowed? Are you divorced? Like, whatever, you know. Do you have an open relationship? What do you believe in open relationship? Like, what is it? What do you want? Relationship goals, they want to know that. Like, is your ultimate goal to get married? Is your ultimate goal to have children, to have more children, to move in together, to fuck every night like rabbits? What is your relationship goals? And you may be like, I ain't got no relationship. My relationship goal is my relationship to my pillow at night, my relationship to washing my ass properly, my relationship to getting rid of my fupa from having babies, my relationship to making sure I'm eating better because I'm not that great at it, and my relationship to my mama right now and my children. That's number one. And my relationship with my creator. And it's like, oh, so basically she hasn't said anything about love yet. And it's like, yeah, because that's like the last fucking thing on my list, right? Like, I love everything else, right? So you see, that's just an example. But some of you, it's like, that's going to be important. Oh, they might want to know your humor too. You know what I'm saying? They can be gauging your humor. Okay. So, unorthodox views. They even want to know about your unorthodox views. Like, do you have any, like, kind of crazy views and thoughts on things, and taboo, like things that, what's taboo anymore, but like, well, you know what I mean? They want to know shit. Spirituality. What do you think about spirituality? Death, taxes. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? This person gonna want to talk about some shit. Or they want to know some heavy things that most people wouldn't want to know about or don't want to talk about, because fights start out, you're like, okay, fine. You want to ask me, and then I'm going to ask you, so get ready for it. Things like this. So this could also be an authority figure, like someone in authority, asking you these questions, meaning this is why they ask questions like this, because they have some sort of position where they find it beneficial now in life. Like, they're at an age or a stage where they're like, it's important to ask these questions. You know, maybe this person's worked their way up in a business somehow, or they're literally an authority figure, or you could be an authority figure of some type, or This person just likes to take the lead. They like to know. They like to be in the know. Or straight up they're a cop or something. Or a lawyer, okay? It's important to this person to know what your views are. They're very interested. They even want to know your views on them and how they think. So after they tell you how they feel and what they think, they're going to be, if not just straight up asking you, what do you think about me? They're going to be like reading your body language. Are you looking at me? Are you making eye contact? Are your eyes swelling when you're looking at me? Are your pupils big? Do you seem disinterested? How many times do you pick up your phone in the middle of us talking? And this person, they pay the fuck attention, you know what I mean? Like, if it's like an online thing, do I write one sentence to their paragraph? You know, so basically they may feel like, are you really as engaged in the conversation? Are you engaged with me? That'll tell me if you like me, or what if you like what I said. If you're interested in what I said, if it's not like a we're in person type thing. So basically this is your side, their side, your take, their take. This is what someone wants to know. It seems like two people wanting to get to know each other. Yes. Because I can't imagine two people having a conversation like this who would already know each other well, because they would already know each other well. They'd already know these things about each other. This is either two people trying to get to know each other, maybe becoming friends, two people that it may be a work thing and we're just talking, or it's romantic, which is going in that direction. Possibly there's an attraction there. We're just seeing, we're just dating casually, we're just dating, we're getting to know each other. Or it's like a legal thing, like, you know, there could be that where it's like we're gonna have to know this information. Or it's a career, like straight up a business thing, like an application, or we need to know this information because we employ you, and so we need to know. Yeah, like, I don't know, this is not for everybody, but for some of you, they may be wanting you to rat someone out. Someone that is so specific, like someone may be wanting you to rat someone out. I don't know. Some of you, this could be someone who's dating an ex of yours, and they want to talk to you, and they want to, you know, ask you. Yeah, they may be wanting you to rat your ex out. Like, hey, tell me how this person was when y'all were together. You know, I don't know if they're ever gonna say it, but they're gauging it from behind the scenes. They probably watch your shit online or something, but not because they mean anything bad by it. They just really want to know if you say anything about the ex of yours or whatever, because maybe they're having problems with them now, and they're wondering if you had the same issues and shit like that. I don't know. I mean, this can go a million ways. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Curious George. Curious and curious. Now that. Oh! It's about time to change this, isn't it? The timer. I mean, I like the sound, but it's starting to get on my nerves now because I've had it for a little while now. What is it? Curious George. Curious George. I feel like this person got in trouble a lot as a kid or something. Or someone around them did. Or you did. Someone got in trouble a lot in their adolescent years, or when they were growing up, when they were young, because they're curious. You know, maybe they just got in trouble by like falling all the time, or falling for the wrong people. But falling, because I think of a monkey. I think of anytime I've seen my little nephews climb on shit, I'm like, you little monkey, get down from there. They're just like, boys they'll climb anything. They don't give a fuck. Like, girls, not so much. At least my girls don't. Well, I don't know. They do climb. They're kind of like, yeah, they'll climb, but not like my nephews. My nephews will just, they don't give a shit. Heights what? Heights is my middle name. Like, they don't care. They're fearless. And so it's like, they're like straight up little monkeys. They're so cute. No more monkeys jumping on the bed. And so, yeah, I feel like this person's rambunctious, or they were very rambunctious as a kid, or someone around them is, or you are. Somebody's rambunctious here. Somebody's got a little boy, or had a boy, or has a boy, or it was a little boy once. I don't know. Some do little boys, or or some do with monkeys, braces even. What was I gonna say? Or if not in trouble a lot, just like super fucking hyper, and just, or fell for the wrong people all the time. You know, because I think climbing goes with falling, goes with climbing. You could just fall for the wrong person, not physically fall. Curious George is a sweet monkey who can't help but run into trouble. See? George's friend, the man in the yellow hat, tries very hard to care for George and is always saving the day. The show's themes are about learning, forgiveness, and playful curiosity. Yep, well, there you go. It's kind of my life summed up. Who's the man in the yellow hat? That's probably my creator. Yeah. Always like, are you done fucking up yet? And it's like, listen, if you gave me a manual, I might not fuck up anymore. But seeing as I'm having to figure this shit out as I go along, it's not that easy, spirit. It's fucking hard down here. Okay? How many times I gotta say it? It's fucking hard. Okay? Fuck! Just give me a book or something. We get books in school. We get books everywhere. We get pamphlets, manuals, and shit. You know, we don't get that when it comes to life. I think things would be a lot different if it did, you know? Like, can't I just have my own little pamphlet? You know, everything's got instructions. How you put it together, how you build it, how you keep maintain it. Even cookbooks got recipes. Can I just come with a fucking recipe? Like, nobody's got to have my recipe. It could be my own little recipe because, you know, I'm different. I know I'm different. Everybody else is different too. We're all different. So we could all come with our own personalized recipe, pamphlet, cookbook, fucking manual, textbook, whatever. And then things could go smoother. You know what my daughter did a minute ago? Oh my God. She's so fucking funny. She came in here and she was like, Mom, she's like really hyper. She probably just had some candy. I didn't even ask her, but I want to show you what she did instead of tell you. I'm looking for a magic marker. Oh, son of a bitch. I found it. I don't really want to do this though, because then it's going to get all over the floor. Basically, she came here and sat right here in this chair, and I was sitting on the floor over here, and she goes, Mom, I'm talking to my friends on the phone right now, and tell me why I was just stretching, and I pulled my foot up just like this, and I was like, oh, stop trying to bite my ass. Just trying to bite my ass. Quit trying to bite me. I'm like, so what? Random, you know, just random. We're out here just doing the most random things. Somebody may like that you're random, or they're random, or someone do with random. Somebody's really random. I like random. You never get bored with random. You never know what's gonna happen with random. Random's a good time. Random is fun. Random is eggshells, but comfortable ones. You know, it's the comfy eggshells, the ones where it's like, you know, I'm not gonna get hurt. It's just, I never know what I'm gonna get from you or whatever. So, yeah. Maybe you throw something out there that's random, like in the middle of a conversation, Curious George is getting to know you, asking you these questions, or they're just doing it behind the scenes, whatever. And you do something very fucking random as somebody's, you know, taking notes on you. Even if you don't know they're doing it. Like a secret admirer. Anyway, and they could be right across the table from you and taking notes. I don't know. On the phone. On the internet. Or something. Or straight up just watching you and they're taking notes. And then they're like, okay, I've got her figured out. Or I've got him figured out. Okay, that's right. Okay, yeah. And then just like comparing and contrasting their own beliefs and feels and shit on whatever. And then you throw something out there like fucking random and they're like, whoa! But they think it's funny. Like they actually laugh. They laugh or they giggle. So if you're in person, you're going to notice somebody giggle and laugh. It's because they think you're funny. You're humorous. Or the way you say something, the way you do something. Or it could be behind the scenes. You'll never know you thought, or somebody thinks you're funny, or they get a kick out of you. But they get a kick out of you and they think you're really funny. So that's not, humor is nice. It's nice to have humor. And be serious about shit and talk, but also be funny, you know? Like just be random. Random is funny. That's just naturally funny. You never know what the fuck someone's gonna do or say. Alright guys, thank you for being here with me. I'm cold. I'm really, really cold. My hands are cold. My feet are cold. Woo! Feel tired. Yeah, but my stomach feels a lot better tonight. Thank God. It's probably because I shit everything out. I did a Sagittarius video. You might want to watch that one too. It's not really the message in it, but the fact that I was talking about poop the whole video mostly. My stomach was fucked up. It was really bad. Like, listen, if you're lactose intolerant, just stick to that. Just don't go against it. Or take something that'll help you before you dive into all the things you're not supposed to eat. Or if you've got IBS or something, like, just don't hurt yourself like that, because it's really uncomfortable. It's awful. Like, if there's certain things we're supposed to be eating, let's stick to that. I know it's not easy. I know. You're talking to me here. I love food. I love food, and that's my problem, is I love food and half of it's poisoned. Or it's just got all kinds of ingredients in it that cause really fucked up shit. Or it's good, but you can't afford it. You know what I mean? So it's like, well, eat the ice cream and eat the milk duds and eat the cheese, and then it eats your ass. And not in a good way. It, like, eats your ass up. And then it just eats up the air around you, and then you can't breathe because it smells really awful. It smells like death. Okay. Thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.